Hey, I am not gonna lie, I get this question a lot. And it's all about couples. So people learn a little bit about stuffology and they love it. And then they are adopting it, which is awesome. And then they say, but Nick, what about like I live with a partner, like I live with my husband or my boyfriend or my girlfriend or whatever, and we share space, and what do I do? Because we have really different ideas around organization and systems and all of that. Like, how do I navigate that? All right, so I'm going to attempt to answer this. I'm going to give you a starting point anyway. All right? All right. So if you have a partner or living with someone and you want to do some clutter clearing or organizing and you're not sure how to go about that because you know it might be a touchy subject, here is what I'm going to suggest you do. So what I'm going to suggest you do is that you have a little conversation with your partner. And the conversation with your partner goes a little bit like this. You are going to ask one another what level of intensity and feeling they have around the issue at hand. So in order to do so, you have to have an idea in mind of an area that you want to work on. So say, for example, you and your partner share a closet and the closet needs some help. It needs some organization, okay? What you are going to do is you are going to ask your partner, you guys are going to agree to have a conversation about, on a scale from 1 to 10, how animated are you about that? Like, what is your level of overall feeling about this closet? Like, are you really, like, I like that's a seriousness issue of a 9 or 10, or like I just like the way that I feel about it, like my number's an 8, or I have to like I really want, and what we're getting at here is like what kind of like investment, how much like intensity of feeling do you have around the closet? And then the other person, your partner or whomever started first, is going to give their number. And normally, in most cases, one of your numbers will be higher. One of the two of you will care a little bit more than the other person about this particular area, say the closet. So say, for example, you are at an 8 and your partner, because you guys love each other and care about each other, answers and they are at like a 7. All right, what happens then is the 8 person, you get the person that then gets to lead the process. So you get to be the one that goes in and follows perhaps some of my stuffology principles around setting up time and deciding where you're going to start. And then you take your findings. So say, for example, you're just working on like a small pile in your closet. You go through it and you're like looking at it and deciding what you think are maybe keep items or maybe items or definitely go away items. And you're digging into it, like you're leading it, you're getting into it. Then what you do is you take that to your partner who was a lesser number than you, so cares a little bit less about it, maybe not quite so attached, and you ask for their input and their feedback. Here's where I was coming from on this. Here's what I think should stay and should go. What do you think? And you get their involvement and endorsement on where you and how on the progress you've made so far. Okay, and then you keep doing that with the area that you are thinking about. So you lead. They get to be backup decision makers, because it is really important in stuffology that you do have buy-in from the people with whom you are sharing space. So I hope that helps. And here is just one more little answer that I get. What if your numbers are both the same numbers? What if you're both 10s or 9s or 8s, right? If you're in lower numbers than like 7s, then you both aren't gonna like really like be super, oh man, intensely caring about that topic, and it'd probably a good idea that you both go into it and work on it together. But if you have a high number of what I call charge, like feeling around it, if you both do, and if the number matches, like you're both an 8, you're both a 9, you're both a 10, that is normally when it's a good idea to maybe call a professional, call someone and get a little help. You can reach out to me. I'd be happy to help you. We could do a little Zoom session and we'll get you started so that you're not causing like really undue strife and relationship tension and whatnot when you can just be helped through it. All right? All right. NicoleKincaid.com. Thanks for tuning in.